What up, guys? It's Foreskin. So I wanted to make just a quick short video on a change that you could make, an essence change that you could make in order to kind of override this It's a stupid little nerf, but I think it is going to make a big difference. So they nerfed the distance that the sky parter boomerangs or bananas or whatever you want to call them. I like to call them the bananas. The distance that you can shoot them. Now it's not a huge thing for like the player itself. You're still gonna be able to shoot them pretty far. I just don't think they're gonna auto. I mean, I'll make sure to BG in the morning and kind of confirm it, but I don't think they used to auto target to a certain extent. They used to like really reach out, so I think that's no longer gonna be a thing. And they didn't really auto target. I don't want people to think that they did. But when you aimed at somebody and they kind of walked faster than you or ran faster than you, they would still follow them for a tiny bit of distance, unless they were super fast. But if they dashed or something, they would go farther than I think they should have gone. The boomerangs, the little bananas. So I found I found a way that we can kind of overwrite this, right? So if you go to your shoulders, there's an essence called Barnacle Plaque, which adds an extra, which I'm already wearing it. Am I? Yeah, I'm already wearing it. So breaker charges. So if you've seen a few or my last couple of videos, we're not using this. We're using Depth Dawn, right? Depth Dawn right here increases your damage. But if it bothers you that the Zephs aren't reaching the distance that they used to reach, you can always go Barnacle Plaque. But there's a strategy to this in order to kind of get the same effect, right? You're gonna have to drop the Zephs in like a line form, right? So let's just assume here, for the sake of the video, that this dummy right here, right? This training dummy here I'm circling, that's the enemy, right? That's your target. And then this dummy right here is the idol. So if you're trying to protect the idol right here from the target right here, what you want to do is you want to surf and kind of drop one under feet, drop one behind that, and drop one here. And then you're going to have to kind of hold the line back here and kind of protect the idol. But these dudes up there are going to just kind of have, they're going to be sitting there shooting this thing, from not the same distance, but from a pretty good distance. Now, if I were to drop one here, for example, they no longer shoot. Or if I were to drop one here, there's a certain distance that they no longer shoot. They used to shoot from right there. I've put them there many times, and they used to shoot from right there, but they don't anymore, and that's the patch. That's definitely the nerf, I mean. But that's okay, If you just equip, like I said, if you just equip Barnacle Plaque and you get an extra dash in, that's an extra shield, so it's not terrible. You lose a little bit of power, but if you want to go that route, if you're really wanting to use the Sky Imparter in this way that I'm showing you, a way to override the nerf is just, like I said, dropping him in a certain line so that you can be the last line of defense, and they'll do. I mean, this last one is targeting the dummy where I am, but if there was a player coming on the other side, as he gets closer and closer to the idol, he's just gonna get bombed with the Sky Imparter bananas. So that's one way to kind of override the nerf. I mean, it's not the greatest thing ever, but hopefully it helps somebody if you guys are having an issue with the distance that we lost there. So I just wanted to make a little short video on that, and then kind of go over the essences a little bit. I mean, you could cut the video off now, but I'm just gonna go read the essences. I haven't read them before. This is the first time I'm reading them. I haven't looked at the notes or anything like that. I'm just gonna blindly look and read at these things to see what's new. I'm excited for it. Hopefully we have some new ones. Okay, so the helmet, Blade Dance now pulls all enemies to you and prevents them from using dash skills. Blade Dance damage increased by 18%. Okay, but that's the helmet, so that's like an important piece. It's not too bad. I'm not happy with it, but it's not terrible. Shroud of the Atoned. So this is the shoulders. Breaker cooldown is reduced by 0.16 seconds for every enemy you damage, up to a maximum of 1.6 seconds. Okay, paired with beneficial effect duration and cooldown duration, another 1.5 seconds basically. Could be very helpful, but that's on the shoulders. That would be taking, either your safe borders or would be taking the depth stone or the extra shield. I mean, I don't really see this. I mean, we have enough beneficial effect and cooldown reduction for this to really not be of any importance, in my opinion. This one I did hear about, actually. I didn't read the notes, but somebody told me that there was this Riptide swirl that was coming, and I really like that. And I guess it's this one. Riptide now surrounds you and your Zephyrs with swirling tides, continually damaging all nearby enemies. Okay, I really like this. Is probably my favorite one so far. It's kind of like the burning circle with on a barb, or like the buzzsaw bones for the necro or something like that. I mean, they have like the wind blades that circle you and stuff like that for Tempest, but they weren't really very good, or like the crosswinds that circle you, but they're not. I mean, I wouldn't call it OP. I mean, I definitely don't use it. I've tried it and it hasn't really had an impact. Breaker now makes you untargetable as you dash on a wave, damaging enemies along your path and conjuring a Zephyr. Okay, that's not bad. So you still conjure a Zephyr. You lose the shield in exchange for being untargetable. I like the fact that it's untargetable. But you will lose the shield. So we'll have to see how that plays in BG. But yeah, I like how this one reads. These are all I6, by the way. These are all I6. Like, you can't get them unless you're in I6. So hopefully you guys are strong enough to get there, man. I know I'm having a hard time in I6. Don't even get me started on the challenge dungeons. But yeah, I6 kind of sucks right now. But hopefully hitting 800 and opening up all your boxes and essences and stuff that you save, it should be very helpful. But as of right now, I mean, this is all the whales are gonna have these, and the little guy is gonna be hurting for a little bit. So get a whale to carry you and get these essences. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna get a buddy to carry me and try to get these essences. So for the main hand, the new one, I guess, is Riptide increases your damage done by 7.6 seconds, or 7.6% for 3 seconds. Each enemy hit, maximum of 22.8. Okay, so this one can pair well with the shoulder, or not the shoulder, the chest. So I definitely see these two going together. Like there's half of a build right there. Kind of like a tanking build, sort of. Like, you just kind of like, well, not a tanking build, but like a damage semi-tank kind of build. So I'll definitely look into that. That seems very interesting to be paired together. When Blade End hits an enemy, it applies wind shackles for 3 seconds, dealing damage for every 5 attack. Okay, this one can be paired with the other two. Cannot occur more often than once every 3. Okay, so this one, if anybody has these essences, please, by all means, put these together and tell me how that is in the comments. So I would say Blade Dance with the Riptide increase with the Riptide swirl. I think that's a definite. I mean, you'll be losing your flow strike and your knockups, but I mean, we'll have to see how OP these are. Hopefully they work well together. Like, right, it's just a theory in my head, but I'm definitely gonna try that combo. Yeah, I like that a lot. But I thought the essences were gonna be a little more, like, special. At least for Tempest, it kind of seems like they just kind of focused on this one, and that one. The Blade Dance one is not bad. But again, it's in the helmet, which will kind of take the space of other, in my opinion, better essences. But I mean, it's not a bad patch. Really, I just wanted to show you guys how to make a line of defense and just kind of leave a few little buddies there to kind of take on the people that are coming at the idol, and just go over the essences. But that's about it. I'll try to make some builds with the new stuff and upload some more some more cool things, man. Hopefully I can come up with something. But I got to get to I6 first, so it might be a few days. But hopefully, you know, one of you guys will get the essences and start combining stuff. And by all means, man, leave stuff in the comments so I can start thinking of ideas and on how to make it, you know, kind of my own thing. But yeah, if you have the essences, please, like, try things out. Leave a comment and tell me what you think of each one and what your combination